Hi everyone, we're going to do a quick little meeting here to record the answer key for our moments and reaction forces practice problems. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll go right into this. And here's problems number 1 and 2. I'm going to break these down into a couple of videos. So the first video I'll do problems numbers 1 and 2 because they're pretty quick and easy. And so in number 1, we've got point A here with a 5-pound force acting to the right, and we've got a 10-pound force acting down. And so to resist those forces to be in equilibrium, we've got FAX and FAY. The point of these two problems is just to practice writing our equations of equilibrium in X and Y. So if I do that for number 1, some of my forces in X are equal to 0. So I say that I have 5 pounds minus FAX. So then my answer here, FAX, would be equal to 5 pounds. Easy peasy. Hope you don't mind that I didn't show my algebra there of solving that equation is equal to 0, so I move FAX to the other side. Same concepts for FAY. Some of my forces in Y are equal to 0. So that would be equal to FAY. I always write my positives first, minus 10 pounds. That's just personal preference. You can do it however you want. So then my answer ends up being FAY is equal to 10 pounds. And if you really wanted to, you could say that's 10 pounds going up, but we'll just label it as the value. So that's all I'm worried about right now. Okay. For the second problem, I've got my point A, and then there's a 15-pound force acting down and to the right at a 30-degree angle. And so if we look at our FAX, if that's going down and to the right, my FAX is going to be acting to the left. So I'll say sum of my forces in X are equal to 0, and that would be equal to, now this, to make my triangle here, if it's down and to the right, this component here, horizontal component, would be the adjacent side of my triangle. And so I would have adjacent uses cosine. So I would say 15 times the cosine of 30 minus FAX. So FAX, AX is equal to 15 times the cosine of 30, which would be equal to, I take 15 times the cosine of 30, let's do 30 cosine times 15, 12.99 pounds. If you want to say 13 pounds, we could even say that. Okay, so there's FAX. And then if I do the sum of my forces in Y equal to 0, that's going to be, the vertical component would then be, I extended this line to make vertical component of my force would be the opposite side of my triangle. So that uses sine. And so I would use FAY minus, because that's going down into the right. So down, and I would say 15 times the sine of 30. Okay. And so FAY is equal to 15 sine 30, which I'm pretty sure the sine of 30 is 1/2, but let's just throw it on our calculator just to be safe. Sorry, I just covered that up with my calculator, didn't I? So FAY, 15 sine 30. So 15, oh, I did cosine again, sorry. 30, and then I click sine, is 1/2 times 15 is 7.5. So I apologize, I covered that up. Again, this is going down and to the right. So my downward portion is the opposite side of my triangle here. And so when I write my equation of equilibrium, FAY is the positive, minus 15 times the sine of 30. So 15 times the sine of 30 is 7.5. So that would be our answer to number 1 and 2. All right, so I'm going to stop recording here, and then we will jump back in to number 3 in our next video.